Grayl is a really cool company that has some really cool water filtration devices. This is their Geo Press, their Ultra Press, and then this one here is the same size as the Ultra, but this one's titanium. You can use the outer container to boil water. But what if you wanted this size, but you also wanted the functionality of a metal container that's all encompassing that goes with it? Check this out. What's up, Internet? Kern 1776 here on a nice 97, 98-ish degree day here in South Georgia. So obviously, consuming water is a big deal, especially when it's hot like this. But it doesn't matter if it's hot out, you still need to stay hydrated. So in a survival situation, you've got to have water to survive. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. End of story. You've got to be able to stay hydrated. And there's many products on the market out there to help you with that. There's powders, there's tablets. You guys have seen my videos. I've shared many different types of water filtration devices. Some are more fitting for certain situations, like if you're trying to do bulk storage, or if you're trying to clean a metric ton of water, like you're staying in a place at a base camp or something like that, and you need to have a lot of water. Some products take forever for them to actually work, and some products just aren't feasible for on the go. You actually have to use it right then and there at a spot, and then you can't really take the water with you. Of course, you can use fire to purify your water and clean your water up, okay? We all know that, but that's not always something that can be done. You may not have a container to actually boil the water in. You may be in an area where you can't start a fire. So what I would like to do is show you some of the offerings from Grayl. So we're just going to briefly talk about these three items here, and then I got a bonus item I'm going to show you here in a minute. What's so cool about it is the fact that it is its own container. So you can very quickly come up onto a water source, filter it, and go. You can take this with you. You can fill this up, and you can refill other containers that you may have with you, and then fill this up again, and then you've got multiple containers. There's a few differences, obviously, as you can see here, is size. This right here is 32 ounce capacity right here. This is the Geo Press, and you've got the Ultra Press, which is a little bit smaller, right? This is a 16.9 ounce. Like this will fit in the cup holder of your vehicle, things like that. And then this one here is the same size as the Ultra, but this one's titanium. These come in all kinds of different colors. I mean, even white, you can get them in white, but they all have the same functionality, okay? You've got an outer container, you've got an inner container, you've got your tops, and then on the bottoms, you got your filter. Essentially, all you do is you take your outer cup, that's what you get your water in. There's a line right here that you fill it up to, and then you simply take your inner container with the filter, you crack the top, that way some air can pass through, and you press this down. And while you're pressing this down, the water is going through the filter and entering into the inner container. What's cool about this is it really cuts down the possibility of cross-contamination. A lot of water filter systems out there, you can very easily accidentally cross-contaminate your dirty water into your clean water, okay? These are completely separate. The inner's your clean, the outer is your dirty, and you don't have to boil it. You can drink directly from the bottle now. So the Grayl products remove viruses, bacteria, protozoa, and it even improves the taste and the smell of the water. It filters microplastics, PFAS, and lead. And the water filters on the bottom, of course, are replaceable. They just screw off. There's an O-ring there, you know, to keep the water from cross-contaminating. I think it's somewhere 300, a little more than 300 presses, and they got a pretty good shelf life on them too, so you can buy extra filters and just have them in your supply. And obviously the filters are different as far as the size, Ultra versus Geo. And I'm sure some of you have seen the viral video on TikTok when I was using a Grayl like this in my mud hole back here. Of course, you don't want to be filtering mud holes, okay, if you can absolutely help it. I guess in a real true survival situation, you're going to take whatever you can get. But obviously you're going to clog up your filter quicker with a very silty, dirty water, right? You want to be able to find the most clean, visibly clean and clear, hopefully moving water as possible. That's going to cut down on the amount of crap that your filter is going to have to, you know, catch and get clogged up with and all that, okay? But it'll do a mud hole. I proved that.
Yeehaw.
So again, you do not have to boil your water after using these things. It does the work for you. Ultra press, exact same thing. Works the same way. The top's a little bit different designed. Okay, this has a handle that actually moves up and down. The cap comes completely off where the GeoPress, it stays attached. But it's the same deal. You've got an inner container with the filter on the bottom and your outer container. And then we've got the titanium version. This is really cool. This is a game changer, okay? So one of the things I would say would be a con of these is if you don't have a separate metal container and you wanted to boil water for, you know, cleaning yourself off or rehydrating food or something like that, if you don't have a metal container, these are strictly just for drinking, right? With this one, you can use the outer container to boil water. So now you have a way to boil water, to rehydrate food, to heat up water for cleaning or whatever else you may need hot water for, and you've got that functionality with the titanium version. Other than that, same thing, metal inner bottle, got your plastic filter, plastic top, and it works just like the two others. What's great about the Ultra Press sizes is it's convenient. Okay, so a lot of people carry around water bottles with them. A lot of people are drinking water from the water fountains or the water keg at work, things like that. You can use this, fill up your bottle and purify that water to be absolutely sure that you've got great, clean, crystal clear, clean water, even at work. So this is a great size for every day, just in and out of your vehicle, at work, things like that. This is a great size for hiking, backpacking, you know, spending a good amount of time. It holds a little bit more water. Capacity is really the only difference here. So what if you wanted the large capacity GeoPress, but you also wanted the functionality of this and you wanted it all to work together? Well, check this out. We all know who Dave Canterbury is, right? Pathfinder, Self-Reliance. He and Grayl got together and they made this nesting cup. Okay, it's got Pathfinder logo there on it, also the Grayl logo, and this is specifically designed to go with the GeoPress. I love this combo right here. Great combo, because when I'm out and about, like actually out in the woods or, you know, on a hike or something like that, or camping or something, I want a little bit more capacity. But I also, you know, have to boil water at times. So this is a great ad right here. Glad that Dave Canterbury and Grayl got together on this, because that joker just nests right inside of that cup, no problem. So you can keep this in the side pouch of your pack. Just take your top here, it's got a top with strainer holes on it, so when you're boiling water you can put a top on there. You can just put this at the bottom of that pouch and then put the nesting cup right on top of it, and that way you got your lid there. But this is a 30-ounce nesting cup. It's got the handles and everything on it as well to go along with the Grayl GeoPress. It's freaking perfect. It's absolutely perfect. The only way this could be any better is if Grayl ever, you know, made a titanium version of this size. I don't know if that's in the cards or not, but that would be really cool, because I do like this. This is a great product right here. And you really need to be thinking about this, even if you're bugging in, okay? Like right now, we got hurricane situations going on in California.
Southern California slammed with a tropical storm, the first to move across the region
National
since
Weather Service warns of flash flooding, river
All the
flooding.
debris clogged up the drains, and now you've got the water flowing right over the road.
There's flooding going on, there's things like that. People are having trouble with access to water. The water that's everywhere around that they could get is freaking polluted and tainted, and God knows what's floating around in that water. You don't want to drink it. Water can kill you just as quickly as it can daggum keep you alive, okay? Having stuff like this even at home in a bug-in situation where you can go outside and scoop up some of that water that's floating by and filter it and purify it and be able to drink it to stay alive. So water filtration is not just a survival thing or when you're out and about and stuff like that. I mean, God knows what's in our water systems, right? It's not a bad idea to filter your water anyway. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you have a Grayl? Do you use it? Do you like it? Do you not have one? Do you want one now? Let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you next time with another video. Yeehaw. I need to fill this back up so I can rehydrate because my back is sweating really bad. The sun's hot. Love you, mean it. Bye. Fire ant.
That's water from a glacier in Alaska. It was blessed by an Eskimo medicine man. It's cold. Yes, it's always cold. That's why it's so special.